What's up, friends? I'm finally back at it. I am out in the Lake Wales Ridge State Forest again. Last year I covered all of the primitive campsites in the southern section at the Walk-in-Water Tract. Now I am on the Walk-in-Water Tract. Never been here before. Today I'm heading out to the Black Bear campsite. It's real close, maybe less than a mile from the road here. I am parked on State Road 630. And there's a nice little parking spot out there, but I'm gonna hit the yellow trail and we should be there fairly soon. Like I said, I've stayed at all of the sites in the Walk-in-Water Tract. I'll put the links to all those videos below. Love them all, but now it's time to hit this northern section. It is the dry season here in Florida, so I'm hoping to not walk in water, although you can see already, if we were here during the summer, it would probably be quite wet and you would be walking in water. It is October 28th. As soon as the weather got a little cooler, I jumped on this reservation a few weeks ago, and then of course it's 87 degrees right now. But that's okay. I don't mind when it's hot during the day. At least it'll be down in the 60s tonight. Been walking about 5 minutes and already the landscape has changed quite a bit. As always, I'll put all the information on how to reserve this site, how to get here, and some tips on what to expect in the video description below. Please be sure to check that out. Just like everything else out here at the Lake Wales Ridge State Forest, everything is marked very well. Very clear trail markings, signs. Love this place. Looking at the map, even the new map, pretty sure I can go either way here, but I'm just going to follow the signs to the Black Bear campsite. We'll do the wood duck next. So far the trail's been very nice. There is some sugar sand, but it's not very deep. It's hard packed underneath, so it's no problem at all. So it is a very short hike. Almost there already. Definitely in some low winds now. I'm sure that's very wet. It's wet right now. I'm sure it's really wet in the summer. Okay, the trail kind of deteriorates here in the final stretch. What the heck was that? Speaking of black bear, there are some around here. Not very prevalent, not that many, but I did bring bear spray, and it's not so much I'm worried about bears. The only animal issues I've ever had to deal with on these primitive camping trips are pigs, wild boars. Chances of one harming me are very slim, but I figured it was worth it for 25 bucks or whatever it is. And plus, if a bear does come, then I'll be protected for that too a little bit. I'm loving this. This site is more enclosed than any of the others I've stayed at in this area so far. Beautiful. Being enclosed is great, but it also means there's a better chance, I think, of having some four-legged visitors. That's okay. That's part of the excitement. The mosquitoes are out in full force though, and it's only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, let's give this Murphy's Natural Mosquito Repellent a try. DEET-free, plant-based, all natural. Of course, it does smell like food a little bit, so I'm going to put that in my food bag. I'll let you know how it works. All right, I'm all set up here at the black bear site. I am loving it. It is hot, but the breeze has kind of picked up a little bit, even back here, and with all the shade, it's okay. It's fine. There are a few options, several options really, for tents. I chose back there because I never like to be underneath potential widow makers. So I'm back here. As far as accommodations go, pretty much the same as all the other sites. Picnic table, it's in good shape. A bench, I don't remember if all the sites had a bench, but this one does. Fire ring with a grate, so that's good to know. And somebody even left me some firewood, so I should be all set for tonight. Okay, so here's my latest little gadget. Actually, I've had it for quite a while now, but first time I've had it camping. iWalk phone charger. It's pretty slick. It just goes into the bottom of your phone, and then you can just walk around with it and use your phone as you normally would. Something I used to hear a lot, and I used to say a lot myself, was I come out here to be alone with my thoughts. But I realize for me it's more to slow down my thoughts. I still teach full-time. I run 2 businesses. I know all the family stuff that goes on for everybody. My mind is always racing, and it's racing way too much. And I used to come out here and I would be out here in this peaceful setting and still think about things too much. You know, what's going to happen next week with this, that, and the other. So I've been conscious lately to come out here and really just slow my mind down, focus on the sound of nature, and just let myself be at peace. So if you've seen my videos before, you know the main reason I do this is to give people an idea of what to expect when they come to these sites. There is, you know, something to say about the adventure of coming here and facing the unknown. That's part of the excitement. But you also want to know if it's going to work out for you and your setup before you get here, especially if you're driving any length of time. So plenty of room for tent. Like I said, I got mine back there. It seems like a safe spot, a good spot. You could also go back there behind the picnic table. But if you're a hammock camper, it's not ideal. There's not a lot of options. You can go right here, but then, you know, you're kind of up against those trees in the back. I think it should work okay. And that's kind of it. I mean, I guess you can make those flimsy trees work back there, but hammock camping, definitely not ideal. I'm sure you could find a way to make it work, but I would definitely not choose this site as my first site if I'm a hammock camper. All right, back out on the main trail to do some exploring. Main trail's beautiful. As you can see, I've definitely hit some water. And just to put things in perspective, I don't think it's rained for a month. 3 weeks anyway. And no matter which way I go, I'm going to be going through the water. Heard some pigs earlier over there. I think those are birds. And I'm not that gung-ho today. Otherwise I'd go right through it, but not all about that today. So we're going to head back. But that's good to know, because that was on the way to the wood duck site. And you'd definitely encounter some water. Okay, so I've had this stuff on for several hours now. It says to reapply every 2 hours, but I rubbed it on my arms, my neck, and my head, and a little on my face, and I did not get bit by a mosquito in any of those places since I put it on. So in that regard, it works well. I do have a very light shirt on, and I got bit a few times through my shirt. And then for dinner tonight, got some cheap steak, but I'm just going to show you what I do on shorter trips like this. First, I freeze one of my water bottles, and then I take my steak and my potatoes, and I freeze that overnight and just bring it out here frozen. And by the time I'm ready for dinner, it's thawed out usually perfectly. Now I could insulate this better. But I've actually had a few times on shorter trips like this where it didn't thaw out enough. That dinner was awesome. Everything turned out absolutely perfect. It's about 7:15. Just enjoying my fire and just listening to the sounds of nature. Speaking of sounds, probably you might hear some bugs buzzing. They haven't stopped at all, but the being so close to the road, I do hear some road traffic. Sure, the camera doesn't pick it up very well, but there's a full moon tonight, and it's beautiful. I'm almost certain the camera's not picking this up, but this is incredible, guys. This full moon is just lighting up the woods all around me. It's just like there's a giant night light on. All right, all packed up, ready to go. It was another great night here in the woods at Lake Wales Ridge State Forest, Black Bear Campsite in the Walk-in-Water Tract. Beautiful, beautiful place. Yeah, I loved it here. I always say the ultimate question is, would I reserve this campsite again? Absolutely. We'll be back someday. The pros, it's close to the main highway. It's a short walk in. It's beautiful. It's well marked. There's really no way you can get lost on your way here. So if you're looking for a quick overnighter with a short hike, this would be perfect. The only cons really are that because it is close to the road, you have some road noise, but it wasn't nearly as bad as I thought it would be last night. It really wasn't a problem. You don't hear horns honking or anything like that. It's a rural highway. A few trucks go by now and then, but no big deal. Yeah, something pretty large did come very close to my tent last night. I couldn't see it. I could hear it. I'm guessing it was a hog. I mean, it could have been a deer, even a coyote, but hogs, they're usually the ones that when I yell at them, they don't do anything. All the other animals tend to run away. And then there was that little, I think it was an armadillo, came up. All I could see was his eyeballs, but otherwise it was even with that makes it a peaceful night. Did hear the coyotes going crazy this morning, right at about sunrise. I love hearing that. But I'm on my way. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gives you an idea of what to expect here at the Black Bear site. We'll see you next time.